Welcome to Sunstar Knits. I am Eleanor, and this is my knitting channel. I am a knitter, obviously, and I am doing podcast number 12. Just a quick PSA. I'm filming this at 6:10 at night. I am filming it with as much natural lighting as I can, but the lighting will probably shift and get darker. But I will keep this pretty short. I only have 4 things to talk about, really. Not a whole lot of knitting going on this month. So yeah, let's get right into it with my first and only finished object. Also, my dog's right behind me, as well as that door is open, so it's just a screen door. So you'll probably hear, if you can hear, I have a stream right behind my house, or a creek right behind my house, and then a highway right next to that. So those are the noises. And a fire station, so we might get some sirens. Never know, and we might get barking from the dog. It's been locked up all day. I feel really bad. But first finished object, I actually finished this at work today. I was really not feeling motivated on it for a while. And then all of a sudden it warmed up. It started feeling like spring. It almost feels like summer. And I'm like, I need to get this done. And so I put pedal to the metal last night and finished it up. Did all the crochet borders this morning. It is my Shona top. It obviously has not been blocked, but I did all of the picot edging. It does look darker on camera. It is definitely more bronze on camera. It is way more orange on camera. But yeah, it is. The bottom is like curling up, but it has this, along with that crocheted, they call it a bobble border. She calls it a bobble border. Along with the crochet bobble border, there is this beautiful lace pattern. So the lace pattern is supposed to be 3 repeats of this. This is just 1 repeat. That is simply because I made the body way longer in the stockinette portion. So I made this mistake with my last time making this one, which is actually in my very first video, and I made the body way too short. So if I wear it without a tank top underneath, you can fully see the bottom 2 inches of my bra. So I made it way longer in the stockinette portion, which led to me wanting less. I probably would have been okay with doing another repeat, but because I haven't blocked it, I'm expecting it to stretch some and all that, and I'm okay with it. I actually really like just the simple, kind of gives it a subtle whatever, and I really wanted it to be done. So I've got to weave in all the ends and block, which I'll probably do tonight or later tonight after I get dinner in me. I literally got home from work probably 20 minutes ago, and I let my dog out and showered, and then came to film this. So yes, so that was the Shona top by Irene. Ooh, I'm completely out of camera. That was the Shona top by Irene Lynn. I got it off of Ravelry. I used a 4.5 millimeter needle with fingering weight yarn from Symphone in the base Terra and the colorway Sunset. I do still have this. I used 1 and a little bit of this skein. I have this partial skein and then 2, I believe 2 more, 1 to 2 more full skeins. But I am using this exact same yarn, exact same needle size in my Bernadette turtleneck that I think I know what I want to do. So I might rip back some of the sleeve and finish that one off come fall. But for right now, it's in hibernation. It's gone. So that is my one and only finished object. Sorry. I drank a lot of water today, but I was outside, so the sun like it out of me. Okay, next is a project I don't believe you have ever seen before, or if you watch my TikTok videos, you have maybe seen it on my Whip Wednesdays, but I really have not been doing those. I explained why in my last podcast video, and I showed the yarn for this in my last podcast video, but it is the Stick Season cardigan by Rebecca Clow, or the Creabea. I am almost completely done with this. I don't remember what size I'm doing, but I have finished the entire body plus one sleeve. I've got the stitches picked up and I'm knitting on the next sleeve. I'm using 6mm needles. I'm using the yarn Wool of the Andes worsted in the colorway Jurassic. And I made a mistake. I did the texture pattern up here wrong. So it's supposed to be knit one, purl one for 3 rows, and then just a row of pure knit. And I forgot that pure knit row. But I don't mind. By the time I noticed, I was pretty much all the way through it, and I wasn't going to rip back. But this pattern has this 2x2 rib detail going down the shoulders and around the arms to meet up under the underarm. And chill, all of the ribbing is 2x2. I just did your regular stretchy bind off for it. And then you have the optional waist shaping. So you start increasing out at your waist for your hips, which I decided to do. Then I made it really short, so I think I'm gonna actually have a lot of this yarn left over. So I will have to figure out something else to make with this. Or I could rip back and make the body longer. I don't really want to do that. I like the length of it now. But yeah, I've been working, kind of put that down and have been working on the Shona top. I don't remember when the last time I worked on this was. I really have not been knitting a bunch. And I'm kind of like worried it's not going to be big enough, like bust-wise, but I took my measurements, so it should be, and I did a gauge swatch, so it should all be like the correct size and stuff. I don't know. Knitting is like relaxing and frustrating at the same time, and I love it and I hate it sometimes. So I think I'm doing size 3. Yeah, I'm doing size 3. I knit it to my hips, so it's not cropped. It's not the cropped length. And then I did the larger hip shaping, so I was supposed to increase more, but because of my length, I didn't increase the full amount, so that's okay with me. And then I'm doing the round neck, and I'm doing the regular button band. I don't think there's... I think I'm going to use some wooden buttons I got earlier in the year. And I think I will put a pocket. I don't know how functional that pocket will be, but I think I'll put a pocket. Yeah. Okay, now for my most recent whip, as of like an hour ago, an hour and a half ago. Is literally only casted on is my stripe pipe sweater dupe. Because if you've been watching my channel at all, you'll know I'm on a 2025 limited buy of patterns, and I want to work for my pattern stash, but I bought a 24-day advent as well as a 5-day advent from Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. because she was doing Narnia advents, and I grew up on Narnia. I love Narnia. And so she did a weekly one, which was based off of the kings and queens of Narnia. And then she did a daily one, which was based off of like the seasons, and then with some tie-in to like specific Narnia scenes and things. And so I wanted to use the daily one to make a Kintra sweater and the weekly one to make a stripe pipe sweater, because would be 5 colors in the weekly one, and there's 5 colors of stripes in the stripe pipe. So I got the DK weight base. And so the reason I say it's a dupe is because I didn't want to buy another... Okay, I'm back. So sorry about that. My dog decided he was going to bark at something, which is okay, because that's his job. But I say dupe because I didn't want to buy another drop shoulder pattern, DK weight drop shoulder pattern. And she has, the stripe pipe sweater is written by Kutava Kika or Veronica Lindberg. And she has a YouTube channel, so I went on, and she has one of her making the stripe pipe, like a video of her making the stripe pipe dress, where she says that the stripes are 8 rounds wide. And I was like, cool, that's all I really needed. It's your cream round, so your cream stripe, then your colored stripe, then your cream stripe, and then your colored stripe, then your cream stripe, then your colored stripe, then your cream, and then different color. And you just keep doing that for the body and the arms. And it's twisted rib, because she loves twisted rib. I'm okay with that. I like twisted rib. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have a drop shoulder pattern. The porcelain sweater pattern, that's DK weight. I really like the feel and the drape and all that of that pattern. I'll just use that pattern and do every 8 rounds, switch colors. Is it going to be exactly like the stripe pipe sweater? No. But I know that going into it. So I am using the porcelain sweater pattern, and just every 8 rows/rounds, I'm going to switch my colors. So on that, I am using the Fajala Lopi from Lopi. I got this off of Wool & Company online. It's very rustic. It is 100% Icelandic wool, non-superwash wool. 50 grams is 150 meters or 164 yards. Yeah, just in their color. I don't know if I can read the color. Oh, 3051. It's kind of definitely, 1, rustic, and 2, it's not a nice, it's not all the same weight. Let me see if I can show you. So you can see there, it's all thick and thin, and there's kind of a more thin spot. Here's a pretty thick spot, but it's a DK weight ish. And then my very first stripe is this, or the first color is this. It's definitely darker on camera. It is definitely more of a butter yellow. Very sunshine with some like orange in there, and it is Queen Lucy's colorway. I'm so happy. I kind of have them all laid out upstairs, but yeah, literally I finished the Shona top and then cast on, and then I had to go do a sit and watch the pool for work. So I'll probably work on that tonight as I'm making dinner and watching TV and stuff. Sorry, my brain's not working today. And then being out in the sun all day and like interacting with people has made it work even less. So I'm sorry. But last little thing is a plan. Well, one of my plans is to eat dinner, but once I finish the stick season sweater, I am planning on starting a second ranunculus for my mother. I bought this yarn. It's a very gray purple. It is Lines du Nord from Italy. Not from Italy. It's made in Italy. I got it at a store in Reno, if you know where that is. Called Soft Lino Natural Linen or Line. Color 15 is 80% linen, 20% Prima cotton. It is 50 grams and 135 meters. I have 4 of these. I'm going to be making, I think the 4th size, it is a 50 meter or 50 inch bust. And we got to that conclusion because she wants it long. Like long, so she can tuck it into her pants. So it'll be short sleeved, but it'll be the first thing I've knit her, second thing I've made for her. She was the first person I ever made a garment for. I made her a hexagon granny square cardigan. I crocheted her one. So first thing I knit for her. But yeah, this is a real quick one. My schedule is changing once again. We're gearing up for summer here, so the beaches are beginning to open. We have a pool at the beach, so that's where I was today, guarding the pool. And I just got through midterms. My school is on the quarter system, so I'm in school until the end of June. And then I have a month, and then I'm moving. Still can't believe that. And yeah, today was a long day. I worked 9.5 hours, but I was supposed to work another 9.5 hour shift tomorrow, but I don't. I switched with one of my coworkers, so she's working that shift and I'm working her 5-hour shift. Partly because when I picked up these shifts, I didn't realize my parents were going to be out of town, so I'm in charge of the dog, and he was home. And I am so proud of him. He did not go to the bathroom in the house. I was fully expecting him to and ready for it, but he was such a good boy. Like, not that he wouldn't have not been a good boy had he done it, but like he held it and I just like ran in the house and I let him out and he went to the bathroom and yay. But when I realized that like he was going to be stuck in the house for 9 hours, felt so bad for him, and I'm like, it's not his fault if he goes in the house, it's mine because I'm the one who put him in that situation. But he'll only have to be in the house for 5 hours tomorrow, which is normal for him. Not like everyday normal, but like when I have to go to work normal. But yeah, finished a couple books, watching a couple new shows. Oh, I just finished Bodyguard. If you like action or like cheesy action, you should watch that. But yeah, super short one this month. So I'm going to wish you a happy Memorial Day weekend. This will come out on that Monday. And hopefully a wonderful start to your summer. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you were working on during this very short video. Or not very short, but shorter than normal video. And yeah, that's it. Bye.